While the warmth of summer is great, one of the best parts about fall and winter is being able to wear our pants or trousers again. Almost any outfit looks better with trousers over shorts in my opinion. They just complete the outfit and there's so much more variety. I'm super happy with my trouser collection at the moment, and I can tell you that's true because I've hardly changed it over the past 12 months. Although saying that, of course, being me, there are one or two new additions, so today I just want to update you on what's new, what I'm still loving, and maybe give you some ideas going forward. For reference, I'm 5'10", around 140 pounds, and I typically wear a 29-inch waist. Also, I will of course try to leave links to everything I talk about down in the description box below, in case you want to try them out for yourself. Now let's get into it. Uniqlo selvage denim jeans. You can never go wrong with some selvage denim jeans, and I found it difficult to top these Uniqlo ones that I picked up like 3 years ago. No, they're not the absolute best quality out there, although they're still very nice mind you, especially for the price, which I believe was around 35 to 40 quid. The one thing that keeps me coming back to these is the fit. Sometimes it feels like they were tailor-made for me. They have the perfect rise with plenty of room to feel comfortable but not too baggy, and a straight but relaxed leg cut that is incredibly forgiving, whether you want to keep it casual like I have here, or if you want to elevate your outfit a bit and throw on some smarter shoes and a shirt for example. The dark indigo colour of selvage denim also helps with this, which is why I think everyone should consider getting a pair. These are 100% cotton, but you'd think they were a blend due to how comfy they are to wear. I'm dumbfounded as to why Uniqlo don't have these in their permanent collection. People always ask me about them and are gutted when they can't find them on the website. I have actually seen them randomly restock though sometimes, so it's worth keeping an eye out. But yeah, I own a few pairs of selvage denim, some that are way more expensive than these, and yet these Uniqlo ones are still probably my favourites. The Barufa wide leg jeans. These next ones are completely new to me, and you may not have seen them before either. They're called the Martino denim pants, and they were sent to me from the Italian brand Barufa. If you follow my TikTok and Instagram, you'll have seen I also got a lovely knitted zip hoodie from them as well. I like to call these my performative pants, because they do have that wide leg and slightly flared look to them that you see in so many Instagram posts these days. Although in my opinion, these don't look quite so ridiculous, but that is up for debate. They're definitely my most unique pair of jeans though. The rise is very high, so the belt line is right up there around the belly button, which I personally like, but it does get some getting used to if you've never worn high-rise trousers before. The advantage is that it pretty much forces you into those 1/3, 2/3 proportions when you tuck your top in, which looks really appealing in my opinion. By the way, that top is the Whitesville tee, and I'll leave a link to it in the description. Another unique thing about these jeans is the twisted side seams, which has been a bit of a trend in trousers these past few years, and hey, I don't mind being on trend sometimes. Overall, I think these are really nice from a boutique brand in Italy, and they offer me something a bit different. Vintage Ralph Lauren Andrew pants. Next up, you may have seen these before on my channel, the Ralph Lauren Andrew pants. And by the way, I didn't realise these needed ironing so badly until I watched the footage back, so apologies for that. I feel like it's a good idea for every guy to have some sort of chino in their rotation. They're great for those in-between occasions where you want to look a bit smarter, but don't necessarily want to throw on suit trousers or a blazer. And since I picked these up, I've pretty much forgotten about all other chinos because these are just superb. They have that typical relaxed 90s fit with those double front pleats which give them a slightly elevated look, which as I said is just really great for a smart casual outfit. They really thrive somewhere like an office working environment. I have them in this natural beige colour, but also in khaki and navy. Those are the three classic chino colours, and I find myself wearing them all the time, both inside and outside of work. These are just an essential pair of trousers, in my opinion. OG 107 fatigue pants. Alright, these next ones have been gaining a lot of traction this year. The OG 107 fatigue pants. I'm seeing loads of brands come out with their own versions of these in 2025, and people are loving them, which doesn't surprise me at all. Although they're obviously military pants, they look excellent in everyday casual outfits. The fit is relaxed and comfortable, with a straight leg cut that pairs really nicely with boots. And I also love that pocket design, which is very distinct and an important feature of the OG 107s. I know a lot of people think this term is overused, but I truly believe a pair of green military pants is timeless. They always look good no matter what the trends are doing, and they pair well with almost anything. Mine are a vintage pair, and so the cotton is broken in and super soft. If you were to buy them new, they'd be a lot more rigid at first, which isn't necessarily a bad thing in my opinion. I really like the rigid look sometimes. But yeah, these will be in my rotation for many years to come. Uniqlo wide pleated trousers. Alright, next up is probably the internet's favourite, the Uniqlo wide pleated trousers. And I don't mean to say that in a bad way, I think these deserve the hype. And that's clear because I consider them to be essential for me. They're just a perfect blend of fit, availability, price, and style. I wear them all the time to work, out with friends, to evening meals. They're just so versatile. Although speaking of blends, the massive downside is that they are a polyester blend, which I know will annoy a lot of people, including myself. If Uniqlo could come out with a cotton version of these, I think they'd break the internet. That being said, it might make them more expensive and a little less affordable to some people. So it is a bit of an awkward balance. The one advantage of the polyester blend is that these have a nice stretch, which does make them exceptionally comfortable. I never thought I'd like a stretchy waistband on a pair of trousers like this, but I'm not gonna lie, it's quite nice. But honestly, if it was up to me, I'd want to have these trousers in this exact fit, but made with 100% wool instead. And I'd be happy to pay a premium for that. But in the meantime, I'm very happy with these. Another old favourite next, the Levi's 505s. I've had these for ages, but for some reason in 2025, I've really fallen in love with them all over again. They're probably my most worn pair of trousers this year. I did just talk about them in a recent video, so I won't spend too much time on them. But the reason I like them so much is a combination of three things. Firstly, the fit. Being the brother of the 501, they have that same straight leg cut, but are just a little bit more roomy and relaxed, which I think looks better and feels more comfortable. Second is the amazing but subtle fade on these. They're an older pair, probably from the 90s, and that washed black colour is a result of years of genuine wear. Yes, you can buy faded jeans brand new, but there's something about a vintage fade that really hits the spot for me. Thirdly is the price. These were a steal. I think I paid around £25 for these, and if I ever needed another pair, I could hop on eBay and find more for a bargain in no time. They're so easy to find. My only regret is that they're probably a size too big for me, and that's because vintage Levi's sizing is a little iffy, so I wasn't sure what to go for. But apart from that, I just love these jeans, and I think they look as good as anything else on the market today. So there's pretty much all the pants or trousers I think I'm going to need this fall and winter. There's a really nice variety here and it's going to cover me for most occasions. Do let me know your thoughts down below and whether there's any other recommendations you'd add to this list. But anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.